Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adam Show. My name is Adam Zulofimolajide, and you are welcome specially. Today is the first day in the month of October 2022, and as it stands, today is Nigeria's independence. Nigeria is 62 years today, and we have a lot of reasons to be grateful, to be thankful, and also to question our government. However, I wouldn't be talking about politics today because this is not the show for that. I just want to felicitate with other Nigerians that are here in Nigeria and those in diaspora that happy Independence Day to us. And we pray that starting from next year, we would have, well, starting from this year anyway, we would have a better, what's the word? A better country. All right. So if this is your first time of being a part of this show and you're probably wondering, what is this show about? All right. I know I keep saying this, but then I'm still going to repeat it. I talk about entrepreneurship, leadership, business strategies, tools that you could probably need in your business and the likes. And on today's episode, I'll be taking a look at something that I actually felt was going to be a walk in the park. But then I realized that wow, this is not as easy as I actually thought. So on today's episode, we are looking at, I thought creating an online course will be easy, but then I would say that in a way, I was wrong, right? I know I've actually discussed the fact that okay, if you like to create your online course, do this, do this, do this. But then there's something about what's the word, you talking about something and then you implementing that same thing. I know that nothing good comes easy, but this is a project that I've actually been working on for the past, I think, for about 4 years now. Yeah, I've been working on it for about 4 years, and I've been gathering materials together. And this year, I said okay, I'm going to go full force. I'm going to try to put my resources together. I'm going to try to get money, get all the equipment and everything else. I would actually take this thing serious. Literally, this year has been my this particular goal has been the only major goal I have had this year, aside from the one that sometimes my people at home are coming for. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to just be walking you guys through some things that I realized about creating an online course and some of the challenges that I've had to go through and some of the things that I listed out that I have had to pay for and some things that I really did not or I did not put into consideration and then the prices are coming up right now. So the first part I'm going to talk about is that one, inflation, especially here in Nigeria, that the dollar has shot up since the time that I thought about this whole idea and I had a particular costing at the back of my mind. And I then realized that things keep going up. The price that you actually felt it would be yesterday will most likely not be the same price that is going to be today. So things keep oh dear. Now this is what you call Nigeria because okay, sorry for the break in transmission. This is Nigeria. On October 1st, I was live and they took the light. Can you guys imagine? Anyway, thankfully I have my inverter on and I'll be fast with this. So the first thing I said was inflation setting, right? I realized that the price that I had at the back of my mind it originally started skyrocketing because I had to buy some, or I would have to buy some tools, and I actually did buy some tools in dollars, and the price has been going up ever since. Since the time that I thought about it, it's been crazy. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but then hey, here we are. All right, that's the first part. The second part is okay, email automation. You actually have to consider having an email automation. I know I should be putting all these things on the screen, but I'm sorry. I am literally trading my secrets with you guys, so I'm not going to be putting some things for you guys to follow through. Anybody that has sense, okay, everybody has sense. I beg your pardon. I apologize. But anybody that is actually a good student would realize that, hey, I'm supposed to write some things now. Okay, so email automation, I had to consider what email automation platform I could use. Right now, I'm considering using Zoho. I've written some things down, but because of dollars, I've had to like change that part. The next part is website, okay, hosting domain, and then the design. All right. So I had to, I used Hostinger to host the website, right? I bought the domain also on Hostinger. And then I got someone to help me to design the website, even though we are still at it right now. The person is still on it. Then moving on, I considered webinar, right? I don't think I've actually done anything about the webinar, like using a software tool for the webinar. In a way, like from the way I'm designing how the course would go, I really would not need to use a software for my webinar, right? Because I have another strategy which I will not be sharing here. Okay. So moving on to the next part, which is course hosting. I was thinking of using either Teachable or Thinkific. But I think Thinkific allows you to like have about 1,000 students for free. But what I was envisaging is that, like, what if I have much more than 1,000 students? What then would happen? Would I have to start migrating them from the free platform and then look for a paid platform? Like, okay, let me not waste my time in doing that. Let me just look for a paid platform, and then I would know that like this is where I am going to stay. I am not going to be migrating anybody manually to another platform on the long run. All right. So that's about that. And then I decided to stick with seller.co. I think I've talked about seller.co here before. And that's that part. Then also, okay, Facebook ads. Facebook ads is really, really important because that's part of the marketing strategy that I would be using, right? And I had to like pen down about 200,000 naira. But now the power of that money is no longer as useful as I actually thought it would be. Then like now it's not really going to work. Okay, so then moving on to community, I was thinking of using Facebook group or Telegram. Then right, I realized that like if I had to use a free platform for a community group. Now the idea about the community is that like when people buy the course, right, where are they going to interact? If they have questions, if they need to like grow, and then they need to see other people like growing also, where would they go to for them to be able to like interact with other people and know the progress of others, to be able to ginger them to be able to like also grow? So I said that like I would not be using either Facebook group or Telegram because they are free. And the issue with free is that like you easily get distracted, because let's say you are on Telegram, you would have a lot of groups that you're probably in on. If you're on what's the other one, on Facebook group, there are also distractions. So I decided to buy a software, right, a lifetime deal of a particular software, and it costs about I think about $160 thereabout. Yeah, that was what I used. Then for the course itself, I was thinking originally that like, okay, should I go live and then talk to people, and then like, okay, this is me, this is the person that is this stuff, and then have a cameraman at the back of the screen, and then like I'll be writing on the board and all that. And I was like, nah, wouldn't that take like, or paying someone something extra? So I decided to go down the path of presentation. So I'll probably be using either Canva or Camtasia, or Canva, Loom, or Camtasia to record my screen. So that's the path I'm actually taking right now. Then the next part is like group calls. If we need to like interact, or like I need to like teach people something, or like bring them up to speed about a particular thing on the group, right? We're having like a weekly or monthly meeting there about what platform would I be using. So I wrote Zoom or YouTube. I was actually thinking of using Google Meet also, but then I realized that like having to use Google Meet means that like I have to like pay for a particular plan for me to be able to like record that session. Now Zoom allows me to be able to use um, the free session and also record for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, we'll be logged out. So whatever I have to do within the group calls has to be within 40 minutes, and then we are out, if I would not be going down the paid route. Okay. So then the next part is hiring a copywriter. Now, I have actually taken a course on copywriting, and at some point I was thinking like, okay, should I outsource the job to a copywriter, or should I do it myself? Now, considering the fact that like I have a lot on my table and a lot of things that like I am actually doing personally, I decided that like, okay, I should give a copywriter to try to like work with me. And I think I penned down a good amount of money for a copywriter, because I know that like they do the magic with words. And I'm still on the lookout for a good copywriter. So if you know a good copywriter, please let me know. send me a message and I would love to see what they've done so far and then use them. Although I'm actually on a group that I could actually like ask people, but if you know anybody, please reach out to me. I would really, really love that. All right, so moving on. Yeah, I said something about having a graphics designer. Yes, having a graphics designer. I'll be paying for. Woo, yes. Now thinking about it, I actually didn't write the cost of using a graphics designer. I have to like put it back in my notes. I was doing a recap of things this morning, and I thought I still had extra money, but now, nah. With what I just saw, I need a graphics designer to actually work on certain things for me. So I have to like put his own fee on that list. All right, so that's that about that part. Then what else? What else? What else? Then incentives are like I would actually be giving to the audience, like extra freebies. I had to buy a PLR from a particular website. I think I bought it for about was it $29.8 or so? Yes, I bought that for about $29.8, and I have that. I've already paid for that. What else? What else? What else? What else? Have I missed out on? Okay, so I had to like buy a professional email. I just realized that like I didn't put down the price. I had to buy a professional email. I think it cost me about how much I can't remember. But the good part about it is that like I had to pay in naira. I didn't have to pay in dollars, right? So the exchange rate did not really affect me. Did not affect me having to buy that particular tool that I had to use. Then the extra cost that like I had to also consider was like, okay, I would have to do company registration. I have to consider some social media marketing that like I have to be doing on certain sites, extra money. Then hosting a course on Seller actually goes for about 80,000 naira for a year. And if I'm going to go the route of getting affiliates to sell for me, I know Seller has affiliate platforms, and also Expertney also has affiliate platforms. Now, the good part is that like if I should host or if I should put my products on Expertney, right, the affiliates would jump on it. If I put it on Seller, however, people would have to just pay a token of it, I think 1,000 or 2,000 naira to be able to become affiliate on the platform and then sell the product. All right. So far so good. I have been able to like list out all these things. Some other things I actually listed out, I realized that like because this is Nigeria, I would really not be able to like make use of them right now. And I had to like remove those things from my list. And yeah. So is it going to be worth it on the long run? Definitely. What I'm working on is going to be worth it. But is it easy as we make it sound? Like you can create an online course overnight and all that? No, it's not going to be easy. Trust me, it is definitely not going to be easy. At first, I didn't think that like I was going to spend the amount of money that I have spent so far, because I left out certain things that like I have that I spent money on, and I didn't put it here. I didn't talk about them because I cannot exactly trade all my secrets with you guys. I've given literally about 80% of the things I'm working on. I've said the tools I'm using, and it's not an easy journey, but if you're determined, if you're focused, right, it's going to be easy for you on the long run. What made my journey to be easy, as it were, is that one, I focused on just one thing. I didn't try to like do 1,000 things this year. It was just one goal. This project, nothing else. I wasn't going to do any other thing, just this particular thing. That was the only thing that like I decided to focus on. So every money I was gathering, every job I did, every savings I had, I was actually able to like save towards that part. The other thing that I did was that, like I was able to like have my costing. I have my costing written in my book here, even though you guys will not be able to see it because of the reflection of light, right? I have my costing. I knew the amount I had to save. Even when dollar was going up, I knew the amount that like, okay, this is the new price of the dollar. If I were to buy the dollar at a black market rate, this is the amount I'm going to get this tool. All right. So I already had that at the back of my mind that like work with this price just in case. And it actually helped me through. So also in your own endeavor, if you're trying to like work on a project, one, please don't work on too many things at the same time. Focus on just one thing, and make sure that like you have all the costing for that thing that would make that thing to become a reality. Yes, I know that like I've not gotten all the cash that I would have loved, but so far so good, Konibaje, as they say in that Nigerian song. Anyway, but what I'm just trying to say is that like I've been focused this year, and I'm actually proud of myself. It hasn't been easy. I thought it was going to be like a walk in the park. I'm still working hard, right? I have a lot of things to still do this month, and then next month, like this month, next month, are going to be my critical moments. I'll be extra busy. I'll be working back to back, but I know that like because I am focused, I know that like I pray about these things, and I know that with diligence, right, a man will stand before the kings and not men. So I'm pushing, and I'm also telling you guys that, like, whatever you want to do, please push hard, focus, and you would get what you want on the long run. This brings us to the end of today's episode. I can see some people over there watching me live. If you guys would still like to say hello before I leave, because this is live right now. This is 6:15 p.m. Nigerian time. And again, happy Independence Day to each and every one of us. It is Nigeria's 62nd independence. All right. Okay. If I have nobody that would like to say hello to me, and you guys are just cool, you guys are chill, watching from behind, just seeing me do my thing. Okay, I've seen somebody write something. All right, Ojakunle Funke, thank you for saying hello. Thank you for sticking around today. And God bless Nigeria also. Okay, that said, this brings us to the end of today's episode. This is the 178th episode, and it's a pleasure being here again. I would love to see you guys again. Come this week, definitely on Wednesday. And as I would always say, be the best version God has created you to be. And my name remains Adams Oluwafemi Olajide. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.